Hi, this is an exam revision video for Cutting Edge Starter Unit 12. In this unit you studied the grammar want and want to and going to. The vocabulary was verb phrases about wants, things you can buy, describing objects with colours and sizes. So in this video, I will just review these parts of language so that you can understand them a little better and practice for your exam. Verb phrases about wants. So I will show you pictures and the words that go with them. Get a cat. Go diving. See the northern lights. Travel round the world. Now these are verb phrases, but the most important thing is the verbs. The verbs here are in purple. So we have get, go, see, travel. These are verb phrases about things you want to do. You can change the other things that go with them. In these pictures we have join a singing group, start a football team, do a course in jewelry making, take part in a TV show. So again we have the verbs join, start, do, take part. So these are all when you do things with groups of people. You can join a group, you can create the group, you can start it yourself, and things like this. And then the last two, we have meet a famous film star, perform on stage. So perform is when you actually sing or dance or do something in front of other people. Again, we have the verbs meet and perform. So here are the verb phrases. It looks quite complicated. You're in unit 12 now of the stage, so it's starting to get a bit more difficult, but try to remember these verbs. Now the grammar want and want to. Want is a word I think you would know. It is something that you wish, that you hope to do in the future. So the example I'm going to give is your birthday. So for want, this is what you want: a new mobile phone. So we say, I want a new mobile phone. We use this as the verb. And mobile phone is a noun. Want plus noun. I want, he wants, remember? With the negative, I don't want, he doesn't want a new mobile phone. And the question, do you want a new mobile phone? So this is not very difficult. Want is just a verb here. The problem comes here when we start using a verb. So in this picture, this is more than just a thing. The thing is the noun, mobile phone, but in this one, you want to go to Ferrari World. So look at these sentences. Which one do you think is correct? I want to go to Ferrari World. I want going to Ferrari World. I want to go to Ferrari World. Or I want to going to Ferrari World. Think about it. Which one sounds correct? So it's this one, it's the third one. The others are not correct. We understand when you say it, but you need to say, I want to go to Ferrari World. When it is a verb like go, we need to put want to. You need to put to before the go. So this is verb, I want to go to Ferrari World. He wants to go to Ferrari World. I don't want to go to Ferrari World. He doesn't want to go to Ferrari World. And the question, do you want to go to Ferrari World? So this is the grammar of want and want to. When it's a noun, it's just want. When it's a verb like go, we use to. Now the vocabulary, things you can buy. So in this there was clothes, there was jewelry, and there were accessories. Accessories are things that you might carry with you when you go out. Clothes. In the book it had jacket, which is the black thing here, jeans, which is what he's wearing here, scarf around his neck, and a t-shirt. He's wearing a white t-shirt. So remember how to spell these and learn the other clothes that you might wear. Jewelry. Difficult word to spell, but here in the picture we have a bracelet which would go around your wrist, earrings which you would wear in your ear, and a necklace which goes around your neck. And then finally the two in the book they put for accessories was a handbag, an umbrella. So here we have some difficult words for things you can buy, and obviously you might buy other things, but this is what they put in the book. Remember the spelling of these. Now the grammar of going to. So the example I'm going to give is this man is studying and in the future he has an exam. I am going to have an exam next week. We use going to for something in the future that is a plan. So the exam is on a day. The teacher says this is the day of your exam. It's a plan. So we use going to for this. It is subject, I, the verb to be, which is am, is, or are, going to, and then the verb. So the verb is have. I am going to have an exam next week. This is better than will when we're talking about a future plan. And obviously for you, we change just this one here. You are going to have an exam. He is going to have an exam next week. For the negative, we put the not after am before going to. I am not going to have an exam next week. You aren't going to have an exam next week. He isn't going to have an exam next week. And then for the question, we put the question word at the start, what, then are to be, you going to do next week. So this is changing from you are, we swap it to are you. What are you going to do next week? What am I going to do next week? What is he going to do next week? So try to remember this structure of going to. One thing about pronunciation with going to is listening to how going to actually sounds from many people when they're speaking. Just listen to me speaking it. I'll go back to the original phrase. I'm going to have an exam next week. I'm going to have an exam next week. When a lot of people speak going to, they don't say going to, they say gonna. I'm gonna have an exam next week. And this is the pronunciation I'm trying to say here. I'm gonna have an exam next week. You don't actually write this, but this is how it sounds. And there are other time words. In this example I gave next week, but you could also have this afternoon, tonight, tomorrow, next week, in the future at some point. And then the final thing we studied in this unit was describing objects for colour and sizes. So there were 10 colours, I think. So we had red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Then we had a few more difficult ones. Purple, brown, white, black, grey. So remember the spelling of these words, especially ones you might use. White is particularly difficult because it has this H that doesn't do anything there. And then for sizes, I'm going to use coffee as an example. We have small, medium, large, extra large. Sometimes when you go to coffee shops, they call the small one medium or large or something, but this is the correct size. It's small, medium, large, extra large. Okay, so this is describing objects for colour and size. In the unit we studied that along with the grammar of want, want to, going to, and the vocabulary verb phrases about wants, things you can buy, and colours and sizes like we just did. Okay, good luck with your revision.